All right. So my name is Christian Kamer. I'm going to talk to you guys about Zero1CS. It's one of the projects one of my company is doing right now. A little bit about myself. I'm undergrad for Bowie State in Maryland for psychology degree. And right now I'm pursuing my second degree in computer science at UWF. Company is to innovate, 4 years old company, founded in DC. And in my spare time, I'm also a teacher at Oneness Family High School. It's a Montessori high school in Bethesda, Maryland. And I've become an organizer here at 1 Million Cup as well. Among other things in here in Pensacola as well, I participate in other startups. So Zero1CS is a project that I'm building. Is an immersive experience for kids with dyslexia. So to help kids to learn better and process information better. So first, anybody can try to read, attempt to read this. So that's the experience a kid with dyslexia have, mostly when they're trying to read. This is a little example of what they go through. And then most of the time, when somebody think about dyslexia, they think of seeing the word in reverse. When they see the letter B, they think it's D, and then when they see the letter SAW, they see the letter was. But that's not the case. That's not what dyslexia is. Dyslexia is caused by phonological problem processing. What it means is basically is that they can see the letter like everybody else see, but they just can manipulate those letters. For example, if I give you a whole letter like cat and say remove the word C, what's left you know is at. But the kid with dyslexia, they cannot process information. It's very hard for them to do that. And for example, if I give it a whole word like entrepreneur, they will have to break it down in pieces, entrepreneur, to make sense of it. So that's a big problem at school right now. Kids with dyslexia spend more time decoding information. In result, it's making it hard for them to keep up with their peers and get sufficient comprehension in school. And in that process, it's really hard for them, and that's why they're always behind. But some fun fact is, a kid with dyslexia think at a higher level of the Bloom taxonomy, because a kid who have dyslexia think at a knowledge level, which is facts. But the kid with dyslexia think at a higher level of cognitive, which is analyzing, evaluating, and creating. And then the kid with dyslexia actually can understand the implementation of the problem because they break it down to pieces, find a way to learn their own way, and then apply the process. But the kid with dyslexia actually take the facts and learn the facts and apply the facts. And so before I talk about how the amazing brain of kids with dyslexia works, I'm talking about neurodiversity. Neurodiversity is the idea that because all brains show different structures and functions, and we should be careful labeling somebody with a deviation from a norm for pathological disorder, and also we shouldn't dismiss anybody who have neurobiological variations like dyslexia as a defense outcast. These are some of the people who have neurobiological variation like dyslexia, and then they end up doing pretty good with their lives. Einstein, Da Vinci, Walt Disney, and so on, and many more. I'm going to talk a little bit about how a person with dyslexia the brain function. So the brain got two hemispheres. There's a left side and there's a right side. The left side of the brain is in charge of language and general like reading, and then on the right side is most like spatial activities. A kid with dyslexia, based on the fMRI study, they suggest that the kid with dyslexia focus more on the right side of the brain and the frontal lobe. And so when they process information, it takes longer to go all around. You go to the right side of the brain first, go to the frontal lobe, and then get a little delay, and then come back to the left side of the brain. But the kid with dyslexia, actually, they can manipulate, they can change the way the brain works actually by with intensive multisensory intervention that break the language down and teach them how to decode based on syllable and spelling rules. And in that process, after a period of time, they get to learn faster, and then they train their brain, the left side of the brain, and then they get catch up with their peers and read more faster. And some of the research that the APA, American Psychology Association, doing right now, they're actually doing games to cure this, not cure this, but kind of like rehab, so kind of rehab process. And then they find out that the result treatment effect that formerly required years can take weeks with games, using games. And then I got a little video I played, some of the games they use on the research. This is fast forward. So this is one example that they use in the research to cure rehab dyslexia. And then so what I came up with is take a little step further by creating actually an immersive environment where they can be within the virtual games and then actually introduce kinetic learning. Because not only sitting down and learning by clicking, but actually use movement to learn by moving the box left to right. Maybe like example, like a programming language, you can move a box left to right, have a clicker to count how many times you move, and put on within the for loop, it can do it for you time to time. So that's a different type of game we can utilize and in the virtual reality. So we designed different character for the virtual reality, which is Fix 34, 01, and then MA35. And then, so I gave it break down in 3 pieces: analysis, synthesis, and evaluations. So each pieces we teach kids those different model of learning. So this is the stage of our virtual reality game right now. I just started this a couple months ago, so I'm still in the early stage. So we already got a character done. Right now we designed a scene for that virtual reality, and then so right now we still looking for people interested to join a project or for script writing or curriculum like teachers, psychologists, and researchers. And then the last stage 5 is development of the project. So that is Zero1CS. That's what To Innovate is doing right now. And if anybody interested to join the project, so go to my website, toinnovate.com. There's a link in the form where you can sign up to join the project. So that's all I have for you today. Any questions? Hard part.
So is this product up and running already, you said, or no, it's in beta test? Or?
It's still on the early stage, so we're still on the design process and getting all the resources we need to build these projects.
I'm sorry, what was that?
We still get all the resources we need to build these projects. So we do still doing researches and bring people on board who's interested. So far, we have designers and illustrators, and we did, yeah.
Any coders?
We need coders and we need psychologists to do more research and make sure about appropriate games that can help them teach the kids.
Okay,
To-
that could be a resource.
Yeah. Yes.
This is obviously for younger kids, but I have a 20-year-old that's obviously dyslexic and struggles with that, but seems to have overcome a lot of it. Does this application still work? Maybe they work for older adults, or what happens in the life cycle of a dyslexic?
Sometimes it can at an early age, it can be like at a lower level, and at a later age, it can be more like, it can show up, be more, it varies because the neurodiversity that I presented, which is each brain functions differently, so everybody just got different way they react to it. For this project, we're now at the stage that we still got to do research and see if it's possible at a later age, but we're trying to use what the research did for the younger kids and adapt it to our games. So I don't have any answer here for the kids. Yes.
What's the objective of this? Is it to make money eventually, or to make a difference, or both? Or which one's most important?
Make a difference. Well, this will be like open source, because build the software, have it, everybody, parents, keep dyslexia can utilize that software, and can be home, download it to the VR, and then just use it, or schools can utilize too. So make it free and open source, maybe a non-profit.
I know the National Dyslexia Foundation and associations, have you contacted any of them and seen if there's any people that are thinking about doing the same thing you're doing and maybe doing it?
Not yet, but I will do that.
Two questions. Are you looking for funding, or is the school part of this project?
This is from my company to innovate, so funding will be awesome.
I'm sorry, what was that?
This is from my company to innovate, so.
Okay, so
yeah.
it's not necessarily something that you partnered with the university?
No,
You
this is-
happen to work for the university, so you own everything?
I'm a student at the university, and then my company is to innovate, which is doing this project, yeah.
So they're not funding the product?
No,
Project?
no.
There's a big difference. Okay, and so are you looking for capital?
That would be awesome. Can't say no, yeah. All right, cool, thank you.
Myself on that.
Okay, yes,
To follow up on that answer,
yes.
if you're looking for funding, what would the investors see in terms of their future? What would they see, or how would they see some value growth in their investment? Is there a business model hiding behind this? That's still design.
Start at early stage, so I'm still, yeah, start at early stage. I haven't got that far yet. Yep.
I like your logo.
Thank you.
I've been watching your Zero1CS for the last, what, 6 months?
Yes,
4 months?
indeed, yes.
Didn't know, I didn't get it, now I get it. I like it.
Yeah.
So who is your team behind this? Is it going to be other groups, or?
Yes, so far I pitched to a student that was interested in joining on the project, so I got a graphic designer, actually a university student who helped me design Zero1. And then I have also a couple of students who do 3D modeling, they help me build the scenery. So anybody who's interested to join the project can just sign up and then we can work on the project together.
Have you ever heard of Startup Weekend?
Startup Weekend by Google, I heard of it, yes.
This is a really good concept of taking one of the weekends.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you've been direct sponsors it or,
The Ambos is next weekend.
which one?
The Ambos next weekend.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Startup Weekend, it's sponsored by Google. It's basically a Friday through Sunday workshop. Costs about $99 per person.
They have a student discount.
Yeah, and they have to do this kind of things.
Yeah.
But they have, the idea is that it's both a team building exercise and to teach startup, lessons about startup, things you have to do. But the whole concept of the weekend is you create teams to put together certain kinds of ideas like this. And you flesh out basically a startup roadmap to get to a minimum viable product and get it into the marketplace. And then you pitch that to a group of senior evaluators. One that I attended had, a couple of, gosh, I don't remember really want to say it. One fellow was retired, made a lot of money in the cell phone business, in designing and manufacturing cell phones, and he has his own sort of like startup lab over in Panama City, the community college, state college.
So may I make a quick announcement? February 9th, and Physical will be hosting a startup weekend.
Yeah. And then, so, yeah,
And Code Fest will be the first weekend in April.
Yep.
Which is, they might also look forward to you guys engaging with some of the programmers and so forth.
yes,
All meant to work together.
yes, yes.
What stack are you looking at?
Say it again.
What dev stack are you looking to build this in?
Oh, Unity,
Okay, so Orlando.
Orlando's one.
Yeah, that's where most of the towns in Florida.
Okay. Yes.
With this program, they're, I don't know much about it, but when they diagnose somebody with it, I would assume that they get it sooner, they can get it, unless they're a minimum age group, that have to start playing on it.
That's still early stage, so we got to do more research and find a curriculum and find, so we're still doing a curriculum on that. So we need, yes.
You know, I love social causes more than little people making money with it.
Yeah.
So work on that business plan.
All right.
That's not a question.
I can think of 2 or 3 programs once, but do very well.
Yep.
Question is what could afford this.
Yeah.
That's one of the basic questions.
Because I think the next stage after the part is the AR portion of it, which is like just mobile, and you can just play around with the AR version of it. Yeah, so,
Is your interest in creating, is your interest in dyslexia, what's the story behind it?
I love creating stuff, building stuff. This is one of my multiple companies. I like building and sometimes selling it, so just building stuff. It's fun.
Kristen, do you have dyslexia or a family member?
I think I don't know. Maybe you have dyslexia. No, it's just I teach in camps, and I have some of my kids that I teach like STEM where they have HGHT, and I kind of see the difficulty they have. And sometimes when something's super hard, that's when they super focus, and sometimes it becomes super easy. They just they don't want to do it.
No, my husband has dyslexia.
All right.
All right, well, the last question, Christian, is what does the physical community do for you?
Just help me find the talent that I need to get this up and running. Mostly psychology. I'm speaking to some of the teachers at school right now, my computer science teachers, to see how they teach, the teaching process and everything else, and researchers. With the psychology background, I like doing research, collecting data, and then actually breaking down and make sense of it. So I can do a little bit of that part, but I need help, and also help having some kind of foundation for this thing. All right. Thank you.